The 2026 Nissan Rogue and the 2026 Honda CR-V are two compact SUVs that look very similar on paper. Both are practical, both seat 5 people, both have modern safety tech, and both are made for families, commuters, road trips, and people who want SUV space without going full 3-row. But here's the real question: should you buy the Rogue because it gives you more features for the money, or should you buy the CR-V because it feels like the safer long-term choice? By the end of this video, I'll tell you which one I think is better for most people. Let's start with the Nissan Rogue. The Rogue is the more aggressive value play here. For 2026, the gas Rogue lineup includes trims like S, SV, Dark Armor, Rock Creek, and Platinum, with the lower trim starting around the high $20,000 to low $30,000 range, and the top trims moving closer to the $40,000 range. Under the hood, the Rogue uses a 1.5-liter VC turbo 3-cylinder engine making 201 horsepower and 225 pound-feet of torque, paired with a CVT. That means the Rogue actually has more torque than the gas CR-V, which helps it feel punchy around town. Fuel economy is also strong, with the best gas Rogue trims reaching around the low 30s combined MPG, depending on front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. There's also a Rock Creek trim if you want a more rugged look with all-terrain tires and off-road style upgrades. Now let's talk about the Honda CR-V. The CR-V is the more familiar, more proven, more safe bet option. The 2026 lineup includes LX, EX, Sport Hybrid, EXL, Trail Sport Hybrid, Sport L Hybrid, and Sport Touring Hybrid. Pricing starts at $30,920 for the gas LX and goes up to $42,550 for the Sport Touring Hybrid. The gas CR-V uses a 1.5-liter turbo 4-cylinder, while the hybrid models use Honda's 2-motor hybrid system. Fuel economy is where the CR-V hybrid really shines. The front-wheel drive hybrid is rated at 43 city, 36 highway, and 40 combined MPG, while all-wheel drive hybrid versions are rated as high as 40 city, 34 highway, and 37 combined MPG depending on trim. The CR-V also gives you a very spacious interior. It has 41 inches of rear legroom, and cargo space reaches up to 39.3 cubic feet behind the second row on some trims, with up to 76.5 cubic feet max. The first big win for the Rogue is value. For the money, the Rogue can feel more feature-packed. You can get things like ProPilot Assist, a 360 camera, premium audio, a big screen, and a nicer-looking interior without immediately jumping to the most expensive trim. Second, the engine has strong torque. With 225 pound-feet, the Rogue can feel responsive in normal driving, especially when you're pulling away from a stop or merging into traffic. Third, the Rogue has a slightly more tech-focused feel. The available 12.3-inch display, wireless smartphone features, and Nissan's driver assistance package make it feel modern. And fourth, if you like a tougher appearance, the Rock Creek trim gives the Rogue a more adventurous personality than the normal family SUV look. But the Rogue is not perfect. The biggest concern is the powertrain. The 1.5-liter variable compression turbo is impressive on paper, but some buyers may trust Honda's simpler reputation more over the long term. Second, the Rogue only has one main gas engine option, so if you want a traditional hybrid, the CR-V gives you more choice. Third, cargo and rear seat space are good, but the CR-V still feels like the more open, family-friendly SUV inside. The Rogue lists about 36 cubic feet of cargo space behind the second row, depending on trim. And finally, resale value may favor the Honda. The CR-V's biggest strength is balance. It may not feel as flashy as the Rogue, but it is extremely easy to recommend. You get excellent passenger space, great cargo room, strong safety tech, and the option of a very efficient hybrid. The CR-V hybrid is the star. If you drive a lot, the fuel savings matter. Getting up to 40 combined MPG in front-wheel drive hybrid form is a major advantage over most gas-only compact SUVs. The CR-V also has a more proven reputation. For families, commuters, and people who keep cars for a long time, that matters. And if you want the nicest version, the Sport Touring Hybrid gives you the premium features, the hybrid powertrain, and standard all-wheel drive. But the CR-V also has weaknesses. First, it can get expensive fast. The hybrid trims are the ones most people want, but they start higher than the gas models. Second, the base LX is practical, but it does not feel as exciting or feature-rich as some Rogue trims. Third, the CR-V design is clean, but maybe too safe. If you want something more aggressive looking, the Rogue Rock Creek or Dark Armor trims may stand out more. And finally, if you compare gas engine to gas engine, the Rogue has more torque and may feel stronger in casual driving. So here's the simple breakdown. Buy the 2026 Nissan Rogue if you want more features for the money, a punchier feeling gas engine, a techier cabin, and a more aggressive design. Buy the 2026 Honda CR-V if you want more space, better hybrid fuel economy, stronger resale confidence, and the SUV that is easier to recommend to almost anyone. The Rogue is the better value play. The CR-V is the better long-term safe choice. For most people, I would pick the 2026 Honda CR-V Hybrid. So that's the 2026 Nissan Rogue versus the 2026 Honda CR-V. One is the better value. One is the safer long-term pick. But now I want to know what you think. Would you buy the Rogue because it gives you more features for the money, or would you pay more for the CR-V because it feels like the safer choice? Comment your pick below, and if you're comparing compact SUVs, and I'll see you next time.